Hi everybody. Hi. Hello. Hi. Let's go ahead and turn the music off here. Oh, where the hell did the damn stop button go? There it is. Don't know why I had such an issue with that, but it's whatever. How is everybody? I wanted to go to this screen before we got to any other audio stuff. I need to fix my volume mixer, turn the Mass Effect audio back on so it's not super loud but on. I kind of screwed up my pizza today, but in a way that doesn't really make it bad. So, oops, hold on. My phone's Google Assistant was trying to help me out for some stupid reason. Anyway, so like I said, I inadvertently screwed up my pizza. But I actually did it not today, but like days ago. So this recipe that I have, use 500 grams of water. I use filtered water because I want filtered water. And 700 grams of whatever flour you want, plus yeast, like a teaspoon of yeast, teaspoon of sugar, teaspoon of salt. The sugar helps to feed the yeast so that they'll ferment and create gas bubbles, and that's why you have that airy texture in your bread. Otherwise it's unleavened, and so you end up with something like naan. Sometimes that's good, right? Well, and I also add in like maybe a tablespoon's worth of oil, maybe a little bit more, because I kind of like how it helps to prevent the formation of gluten, essentially by getting in the way so that you don't have like super crazy gluten networks. And so in a sense, it causes the dough to be a little denser, but not like dense. You know, it's still airy, it still has plenty of crumb to it. Like if I make, and I use the same exact recipe for everything, whether it's pizza dough or bread dough. So if I want to bake it as a loaf, or if I want to break it, because I make the whole thing, like I said, it's 500 water, 700 grams flour. Mix all that stuff together, let it ferment in the fridge for sometimes a day or two, sometimes a week. Like there was a time at one point where I was trying to do the whole sourdough starter thing, and in the process, like I would pour off the discard, as it's called, because like every time you do that, whenever you feed a starter, you want to give it equal amounts flour and water, and then like every day you take like half of that and you discard it, ideally in a way that you can reuse it. But in doing so, when I was doing that, I had like the discard and the sourdough in my fridge for so long that at one point the discard smelled like beer. Like legit, straight up smelled exactly like beer. And I was like, well, yeah, that's where it came from. Okay. But the way that I screwed up was that when I made my my loaf, or my bulk, I didn't realize it until today how I screwed up, because it was like really soupy, and I was like, why are you so soupy? This doesn't make any sense. And I was thinking, well, maybe I put more oil than usual or something. I wasn't sure. And as I was separating it out, because I usually do 600 and give myself a little bit of wiggle room on each because of the way that it like sticks to my hand or whatever. But I got 600 on one, and then the other one was 400, and I was like, oh fuck, I knew exactly that moment that I was 200 grams flour shy. I just completely screwed up. And I was like, motherfucker. Okay, whatever. So I've been here. I haven't been here, but I'm aware of. And so when you have equal parts water and flour, you're at what's called 100% hydration. Normally what I want is 70% hydration, because The water, or not 70%. I don't remember. It's closer, I think, to 80. I'll just pull out the calculator because I'm not going to do any math in my head right now. Screw that. But 500 divided by 700 is 71%. So it's close. Let's see. Let's be on Tunshagan. Helium gas giant. Okay. A helium gas giant that close to the star is interesting. Just conceptually. Good survey. Thin atmosphere, carbon dioxide, krypton. Surface is scorching hot. Silicates laced with iron. But it's pretty far out. Why is it so hot? Well, it doesn't have an atmosphere, but good God, it's small-ish. Weird. Why is it so damn hot? Is everything just like really super close? Let me reread that. In that atmosphere. Well, okay. It could be hot because, but good God, that is absurdly hot. Is it just like a super new system? Is that what's going on? Like, how old is this star? Nebular collapse created the system. Huh. Boiling terrestrial world, thin. So it only has like 3 planets. And they're all relatively close? Hold on. No, that is not close at all. 69 AU? That's way the fuck out there. 70, basically. And for those who may not remember, 1 AU is an astronomical unit, which is the distance between Earth and the Sun. That's how we use. So it's 70 times the distance. And yet it's 1,100 degrees Celsius. That's like lead boiling. It's tidally locked. That makes sense. The Atlantic Patrol attempted to shoot one. Spotted cruising. Rabbited the FTL. Its trail was lost and scared him. What the shit is with this system? Let me go back to Tunguschen with it's a really short description though. Huh. I'm curious. Well, hold on. Yeah, we can't get in. See, that's one thing I would like is a little bit of info on the star itself. It's like there's 2 asteroid belts, and the fact that they're so close, and that there's this. I'm guessing it's an okay. Modular conveyor of human design configured for mixed freight and passenger hauling. Like a hard burn for cover of the asteroid cluster. So it has 2 asteroid belts in what looks like a pretty small, but I mean not really, because that one was way the fuck out there. When I go back to the Citadel, I'm gonna bump these 2 up since I haven't touched them in a while. I also got a spoonful of peanut butter. Helps to coat the back of your throat, make it sound sexier. And also, it's just a great way to get some calories in a nice, easy, but not, crazy bad way. I see all those red dots. I'm gonna go the other directions first, and that is pointless. Alright, make sure I'm on 3. Okay. Map. Alright, cool. Open door. Okay, there's gotta be husks, is my guess.
Intruders! Kill the hostage!
We should make haste if we are to save the chairman.
I will destroy you!
Oh, shit. Wall.
Gotta make sure that.
Electronics specialist. What the hell? Right there. Okay, so let's throw sabotage.
You must die!
Didn't realize there was going to be a
Perimeter secured.
time issue here. Alright. Did I give myself more time? Is that the situation? What the fuck? Son of a bitch. Alright, let's move this way. Damn it, door! I walked past it, hit the space bar, and it still doesn't fucking open. There we go.
See how it is? You write letters and everyone ignores you. Force is the only thing people appreciate. So how about if I kill Chairman Burns and finish this charade?
Please, I was trying to help you people.
Let's not do anything we're all going to regret.
Why not? What have we got to lose? Since the chairman here decided that we didn't get reparations, we've got nothing left to live for.
But I've changed my mind. Seeing you all, it's clear that you all deserve...
You had your chance. Some L2s are nearly crippled from side effects of the implants, but you voted against reparations.
Think about this. Burns is the one man who can help you.
Yes, if you release me, I can take another look at the reparations request.
What, we're supposed to trust you? Sure, you promise us freedom and say everything will be fine, but as soon as we surrender, you'll double-cross us.
I'm not promising to let you go. All I'm saying is that Burns will take another look. Right, Burns?
Absolutely. I had no idea that the L2 biotics were this desperate. If I'd known, the reparations will come. For whatever it's worth. I promise that.
You're right. I don't want to die. Maybe something will happen this time. We surrender.
Thank you, Commander. I thought I was dead when they took me. I'll see to it that the reparations discussion is reopened. I didn't know they were so desperate.
You know, it's funny. The one thing that I did like about that moment was how long he took. Because one of the things that I learned in acting is that acting is reacting. It's responding to the people. Because if all you're doing is just saying your lines when it's your turn, you're not really having a conversation. You're not really discussing or having a dialogue. You're just monologuing and waiting until it's your turn again. Whereas when somebody says something and then you respond to what they said, sure, what your response is scripted because that's how it works. But when you respond in a way that feels real, it comes out on the screen more so. And it makes the audience appreciate it even more, even if they don't necessarily know why. I like this one.
Then you weren't doing your job. The 5th Fleet cruiser will pick you and the prisoners up.
Damn. Paragon 8. Let's talk to you, maybe? Nope, just Burns.
Thank you, Commander. I thought I was dead when they took me.
Alright, cool. Well, I killed off a lot of friends, so it's whatever. But yeah, having that sort of pregnant pause, and then having him respond, instead of it just being, okay, it's my turn to speak now, it made it a lot more real, and a lot more realistic as well. More human. And that's something that we look for. That's something that we look for when we are consuming media. Like, I know that there was, I can't remember what it's called, but there's this new game out, and apparently IGN lambasted the shit out of it because like the main character is just like stupid hot, and then some dumbass like neckbeard was like, if this is this is how IGN would actually make it, you know, or if IGN made it, this is what you look like, and you know, she was like very overweight and whatnot, and it's just like, why not just say they're woke and, you know, show us your true colors type thing, because that's what everybody who does shit like that's akin to the whole like Aloy has peach fuzz on her face thing, and it's like, tell us you've never been close to a woman without telling us you've been close to a woman, or you've never been close to a woman. It's like, Aloy has peach fuzz. Or they had the hot Aloy version where they like made her into basically, you know, Instagram influencer, and it's like, there's a reason she doesn't look that way, okay? Because she looks real. People like things that look real, and they want, and they connect with characters that are real, that feel real, that act real, that respond real. And when you make those weird adjustments, then it's like, well, you know, people don't care as much. But then, like, going back into the sort of acting and character and story aspects, somebody on, I think it was
Message
TikTok,
coming in.
hold on.
Patching it through.
Thank you for dealing with the hostage situation, Commander. Chairman Burns was quite impressed by the way you resolved the situation peacefully. Your assistance above and beyond the formal duties has been noted, Commander. Fifth Fleet out.
It's been noted, Commander. Fifth Fleet out. And so this person on TikTok was having this problem with, you know, the way that IGN, like, the thing is that IGN didn't even do this, right? Like, they were just reviewing it, and this other person's like, well, this is how IGN would make it. So they're basically creating their own straw man at this point. But anyway, somebody else is like, he's saying, look, IGN, they basically woke or whatever. This is a great game. You know, who cares if it's, you know, who cares if the character doesn't have personality? Or if there's any kind of, like, who cares about all that kind of stuff? We don't care about story or personality or anything. We just want good gameplay, which is basically just saying we want superficiality, is what that person specifically was saying. And it's like, while there is a collection of people, not every game, in fact, more likely than not, I don't even remember which system I had to go to. I'll just go to one and then whatever. More often than not, gamers now want more story. They want more personality. Sure, you can just get yourself a Halo and, you know, just not really have much of a story and then just be done with it. Or you can have a Mass Effect. Now, it doesn't have to be super complex, but it has to, you know, people are getting, they have higher standards now because what they've been shown that could be done. I mean, here's an example of something that could counter what that person said. Nier Automata, right? I've never played the game. I would like to. I don't think my computer can handle it though. And I don't have it on my system because I'm poor. But, so, Ferris, Bavaria, Artemis Tau cluster under Nier to find the clues that you need to find a conduit. I don't even remember which system I just came to. But in Nier Automata, from my understanding, people love that game because of the story and the characters and everything that goes on. Obviously, there's that, you know, like, superficiality of it because I think what's her designation is 2B. And I don't know why. Maybe there's like a Shakespearean, 2B or not 2B type thing. I don't know. But, yeah, a lot of people cosplay as her because she's hot. And they're definitely going to get, when really hot girls cosplay as this really hot character, they're going to get more eyeballs on their work. And those eyeballs will then translate to more dollars. So, all that makes sense to me. But my understanding is that that series is like super deep and really interesting. And it's like, okay, that's cool. And people do want more of stuff like that.
Securing point.
Absolutely certain I've already been in here, but I'm gonna check. I don't know why it shows an exclamation point if I've already been somewhere and then essentially completed it. Because, I don't see anything in here now. I get that I'm essentially still working on the quest, and that this place was apparently a part of the quest, but, I don't like the fact that... Alright, hold on a second. Journal. What's the assignments thing? This is really what I'm trying to do anyway, the crime lords. So, located in the Han system of Gemini Sigma cluster and in the DIS system of the Hades Gamma cluster. And I think I was in the DIS system, so I need to go to the Gemini Sigma and Han. Alright. And so my point is that people want story. People want characters. Because we've had, yeah, we still get games every now and then that are just basically, TNA and whatnot. But often one of the reasons there's backlash is because of the way that it's been marketed as well. If a game does not line up with the way that it's marketed, just like a movie, if it doesn't line up with the way that it's marketed, i.e. through oh shit. Hang on. See, I've already lost my goddamn thoughts. I need to go to Gemini Sigma cluster Han. Ugh. Kind of wish, while you were on the map, on the, it, I don't know. Okay. Now I need to go to Han. Huh. Han Dynasty, Ming Dynasty. So yeah, there's a reason why this game was so greatly praised. Why the Witcher series is so wondrously praised. It's the same thing. There's character, there's story, there's intrigue. Really nice. Still not bismuth though. Bismuth is still better. I just want to see a giant fucking ore sample of bismuth. Well, wait. Did that just say 500,000 years ago? Whoa. That's cool as shit. Where are you at? Planet on that ring. Okay, so cold hazard. Come back to that one in a second. Oh man, do I get to see the ringed planet? I hope I do. It's Jovian size. Jovian meaning Jupiter. Standard hydrogen, helium, atmosphere, trace of methane, blue. Special analysis indicates this exclusive ring system mostly composed of ice crystals, although it's probably too far away for it to matter. Okay, so it doesn't even say distance. That's unfortunate. Paragon. So let's survey that. Atriarch Dylanagos. Search is coordinated hot, and calcium. Planet band. Alright. Amalgam. 1 Navigation may be difficult. Radius, day length, 52 hours. Why do you know AU? Oh well. I mean, if you have a game that's too shallow, depending on the kind of game, of course. I mean, you know, people talk about Bayonetta, you know, because, like, her suit's made out of her hair and it's all skin tight and sexy and all that kind of crap. But, like, from my understanding, like, the story is still interesting. I still haven't played it. I'll try to... I might do that sometime in the future if I can manage to get a job and shit that, you know, doesn't constantly keep me struggling. Like, I've already applied to whatever fucking jobs that I can find, because, like, even though I'm, like, applying for customer service jobs, I'm not qualified for a lot of them. Because, like, I don't even necessarily want to work in a dental office because I don't have, like, a lot of skills in that. Like, I might have some medical terminology understanding, but, like, there's a certain level of stuff that I'm just not in any way qualified for. So, field. I do wish these had more of a function, other than mostly just kind of being weird. Don't tell me it's up there. God damn it. Yeah, it is. And of course, you're here. What is this? Gold? Okay. It is level, bitch. You want it more level, huh? What the fuck? Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. This is not a dance. I'm begging for help. I'm screaming for help. Please just fucking let me out.
You lead. I'll follow.
Yeah, see, that doesn't... It's not helpful there. It doesn't push me in any kind of useful direction. It's barely useful for stabilizing. Mummified Solarian. Another one. Found a few of these. Captain Stranaka. Alright. Next. Let's go ahead and head that way. One. I mean, I know it said that, like, the terrain isn't exactly passable for the most part. Get it. The navigability of the terrain isn't great. And then, of course, you have this nice little flat plains area, which is great. Shooting my gun on the distance. Even though I shouldn't have any problem with here, how cold it is. Oh, I see we have stuff. Let's see how well this works. Nope. Alright, well, good to know that the radar's picking that up. Obviously, you know, like, sometimes you just kind of want, like, okay, Terraria, for instance. Great game. Literally zero story. And so, like, I'm not saying that nobody ever wants only good story and all that shit. But, like, good gameplay is really important. Like, it has to be engaging, and that's really, really necessary. Especially when it comes to newer games. Like, your game is just unplayable, then nobody gives a fuck. Who cares? Let's see. Is there anything else over here? There's a door. But I mean, Terraria, you know, it's a 13-year-old game. Granted, they keep getting updates, and I think they have another one that's either happened or will be happening sometime around now-ish. Don't really know. Med kit. Don't think I needed it. Whoop. I see people's. Oh yeah, this is, I think, the system I need to come to. Oh. Nice little setup you got here. Do you there. And then, well, nobody else can come around here, so let's do this.
I can't get there.
Watch out!
I will destroy you.
I want to try a sniper rifle with my explosives. Holy crap! Beautiful. That like nuked that one Krogan, I think. Just, this is ridiculous. I love it. It's getting hot in here, so just show me your face. Okay, like right here. Ah, there it is. Oh, damn. That was an accident. That's both of them. That's cool. Alright.
Clear.
Yeah, that's the game told me. And then of course the game told me again via you. Let's see what I can loot. I do love the fact that I accidentally shot him and knocked him to the fucking ground. That was great. Like, I wasn't expecting to do that. That was awesome. Love it. Okay, so what do we have? 2 different rooms, so we'll go to both. Both of which will probably have some kind of loot in them. Wetware kit. Okay, an amp and an amp. Okay. Let's see. Oh, we got more stuff. Let's go to you. Go here. See what we've got. Anything? Because, I mean, it's going to be hard to beat this. Yeah. Oh, what do you got? Whoa, that's what she has. Oops. So I should be doing from here on out. There we go. I think I already did, but I wasn't sure. Okay. I just want to verify with her. Wait, is that this? Oh, that's different. Jesus. Oof, yeah, that's great. Yeah. Both of those are awesome. Medical station. Nice. Probably don't need anything that's in here, but we'll see. Dum-da-dum-dum-dum. Krogan and Turian. Speaking of armor, might as well check anyway, just to see. Well, he can't wear that because he's not a Turian. Nope. See, this one right here would, or I think it was this light armor. Yeah, this one right here would be good for that one dude that you start with. I can't remember his damn name, but he tends to run into combat and get himself killed or shot at so damn much. But since he has those biotics abilities, figured, you know, hey, kinetic exoskeleton, technician kit, combat optics, energized plating. What does that do? Wait, hold on. This is what I was trying to do. Damage protection. I mean, well, this one's pretty good. Smash damage. I don't really do much for smashing. Most just stick behind, and so I'm just gonna keep the kinetic stuff. Kinetic barrier. What was that one again? You look at goddamn ADD, man. Energized weave. Oh, that's right. I keep these because of something. Oh, recovery, hardening. That one basically, I think, just keeps me, allows me to tank, from what I can understand. So I can let the ladies just do their work. Sniper rifle, Naginata. Speaking of sniper rifles, might as well check. Same thing, same thing, same thing. I forget, is that something I was using yesterday and realized I didn't like? Let's try. Let's just see. I think it was one of the ones that like kind of auto fire. Yeah, that was just too hot and fast. So we're not gonna do that. It's the wrong one. That makes more sense. Alright, cool. More stuff. More metagel that I don't have room for because I've used it up. See? That's 7. Or I haven't used it up, rather. Because I haven't gotten hurt enough. So I've been shooting shit. Oops. That time it works from a distance. Fucking game, I swear. Let's go around this way just to see if maybe there's anything that I may have missed. Because I went around. Oh, see? I knew I missed something. Something I don't need. But it's whatever. It's not like I'm gonna, like, be out of metagel and be like, I gotta come back. It doesn't work like that. Not happening. Okay, so we're done on this one, and we're done here, technically, but I'll just finish up whatever's on this. I wanted to call it an island, but it's not an island, it's a planet. Hop on a vehicle. Alright, so I'm gonna go over here, which is straight west. That's the north. At least I can strafe somewhat. I mean, it's not unheard of. It's not exactly hard either. Just sometimes I get a little in my head when I'm trying to do certain things, like how those damn pressure modules. You know what really sucks? This is like the only planet you can land on, and there's that gorgeous giant that gas giant with rings, and you can't see it. Like, come on, game. Why? Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta make me hate my life? Huh? That's not cool, bro. Game Bro. That would be an interesting name for some kind of system. Game Bro. It's not a Game Boy. It's a Game Bro. It's not a Game Boy. It's a Game Bro. Whoops, what the fuck? Oh. Bro.
I'm right here.
Yep. Alright, high explosive rounds again. Snow blowing around. Is that what I'm using on this sniper rifle? Is like a level 8? Yeah, high explosive rounds. It's just ridiculous. And since I got the extra heat absorption, I wonder if there's more heat absorption from something else that'll help. That's negative heat absorption. Weapon stability, that's heat. Wait, hold on. There's 26 damage. There's 20 damage. That'll make me fire even less. What did I do this? I don't really care too much about stability. The combat object is more important for when they, you know, because one, it's accuracy, but it's like, don't really care too much about it. I just want to kind of like that slows the rate of fire, which is cool. Hold on, let's see. I want whatever I can get that has more damage on it. But I think I need to go for, what was it? I thought there was another one at the top. Oh, was this gram rail? Yes, that was what I was already on there, so. Rail extension. Optics. I thought there was another one. Wait, here it is. The rate of fire one. I want to see how slow this is. I mean, that's not that slow, so okay. But what was the actual boost to it? Only 14 damage though, so maybe I can find something with more damage. Like that one. It is a sniper rifle after all. Stability. 14 damage. So yeah, okay, I have to keep that. So it's more damage and it's even faster. That's funny. Okay, I'm assuming there's no more rocks somewhere, but I'm not sure how long I want to stay here. I've been making these oatmeal peanut butter cookies, but I ran out of oatmeal, so I didn't have nearly as much to make it. I think I only had like, normally I think it calls for like 150 grams, something like that. And I only had like maybe 50, something like that. And so I was like, alright, how can I mitigate the loss? And so I'm like, alright, I'll just replace that with flour. And then I was like, well, let's not replace it all with flour. Let's get a little creative. And so I was like, alright, I'll do 10 grams of this like chocolate malted milk powder that I have. Because I didn't want to buy Nestle, even though that's really the malted milk that's the only one that really you can get that's just like straight up malted milk. Because it kind of creates this like slightly browner taste that's, I don't know exactly how to describe it, but it does make things taste better. And like barley malt syrup, stuff like that, really helps to like empower flavors in other ways too, instead of just sugar or vanilla extract. And so I was like, well, let's do that. Let's incorporate some more of this. And so I was like, let's cut 10 of the flour that I would have otherwise, because like I think it normally calls for like 100 or like calls for 7 grams of flour. And so I was like, alright, well, we'll just make up whatever with flour, but then we'll replace parts of that flour with this malted milk. And then I was like, well, let's also put in some of this espresso powder that I have, because espresso powder helps make chocolatey things taste more chocolatey. And generally, you don't really taste the coffee flavor. And so I was like, let's just put 10 grams of each. I probably shouldn't have put as much of the coffee flavor stuff. I could taste it a little bit. But the cookies turned out great anyway. You know, I don't even really measure the amount of peanut butter. I just take like a big old scoop of it. And if it's somewhere around like 150, then I'm just like, all right, cool. And, you know, I measure taking out of the jar versus putting into the mix. So if I take out like 250 grams, which is pretty unlikely, I'd be like, okay, let's maybe cut back on that just a little bit. Like, I want it to be peanut buttery, but like, I don't want it to only be, you know, basically pure peanut butter. One time I think I used like, I didn't use like a full stick's worth of butter or something. Still turned out okay. But because like I use butter for so many things, got these big blocks of butter that I buy from Smart and Final. And instead of cutting off, what was it? I think it was like 1/4 of them, which is a stick of butter. However I do it, I don't remember exactly. Yeah, because it's pounds, and so I cut off like less than that, I think, which I think ends up being approximately like 1/3 of a cup, which is smaller than the 1/4 pound. That cobalt looking not very cobalt. Cobalt's blue. What the shit? That is like the bronziest looking cobalt I've ever seen. Where even am I? Do I want to go northwest to find? I guess. I don't know. It hasn't been too complicated. It's mostly like the low level stuff. Not terrible. It hasn't been like some other places where I went and I'm like, here, let's climb up a mountain for half an hour. Only to find out that there's more mountains on the other side. Ugh, that was unbearable. I mean, I'm getting better at understanding how the train system works too. Like, I'm getting better at understanding like where instead of just blindly navigating towards, like, instead of just climbing up that way to go where I want to go, I'm just kind of like, okay, let's go now. It's probably going to tell me, you're deviating off the path. Stop doing that. It's like, well, why do you make the map like this then? It's not my fault the map is constructed this way. I didn't make it this way. The game did. And then the game is bitching at me for deviating. So you gave me a car to drive around wherever I wanted. It's your fault. Don't get mad at fucking me. Oh, man. Sometimes it's just nice that I don't have to worry about fighting anything. Even though I kind of want to sometimes, because I like the combat in this. I would like to be able to understand, I guess is an apropos word, or how I'm going to be committing my vehicular crimes. Because sometimes it is very difficult to properly aim and stuff like that. But that's mostly mine. That's user error. Pebcam. I feel like you can just hold it down and fire. Bluey. Then of course, it leaves the scorch marks. Yeah, this one's a lot more tolerable, even though it's so much more bleak. At least I can kind of, I can make it without having to worry too much. Problemo. Kabluby. Not to be confused with Kabluey. the, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and exit. The Russian version of Bluey. Kablooey. I don't know why I said it was Russian. I was like, well, it's not going to be set in Australia because that's where Bluey is. And I wanted to differentiate the concept of Bluey. Alright, so... Hostile takeover. Wait, what about this one? Voyager cluster. Go to the Fortuna system in the Horsehead Nebula and meet Helena to claim your reward. What, didn't I meet her on... Alright, Fortuna... Horsehead. I thought I met her on Citadel. And then... What? Damn it. Having to back all the way out to do this is annoying. Meet Helena. The Fortuna system in the Horsehead Nebula. I didn't see a Fortuna system. I thought I actually flew to the Horsehead Nebula. It's not. That's PAX system. This is the Strenuous system. Let's go over here just to see. I don't know. That one's cool, but not as cool. Strenuous. Unknown. What the hell? Okay. Fusion plant is leaking. The damage consists of a shipment of mass accelerated fire. Sublime nuclear. Huh. Interesting. I didn't know that was possible, that you could scan near planets and have unknown stuff pop out. Alright, cool. Oh, what the fuck? How did... me and my damn color blindness. All that shit's fucking hidden. No wonder I couldn't see it. It's basically invisible to me. Now I gotta figure out where the damn place is that she wants. Amaranthine, Magnalis. I also check out each one. Alright, survey. I haven't done this one. Good lord, that is smooth as fuck. Sulfur dioxide and trace amounts of helium. It's got a normal atmospheric pressure. It's cold as shit though. And typical gravity. Huh. It's probably like an early Earth. No sign of survivors, but they could bring back a Rocam outpost insignia. Yeah, I gotta find all those at some point. Amaranthine. Okay. I'm gonna zoom out on this one real quick, go to the others, check whatever's. Because I was in this system before. Or at least in the Horsehead Nebula. Survey Coop, only a small unmanned flight probe was spread for the distant world of a small rock mass planet with trace atmosphere krypton. Sulfur dioxide. Survey suggests the frozen terrestrial may be a suitable target for land mining, while it's largely water ice mapping of mass concentration suggests as a core material aluminum. Interesting. This is basically a giant fucking cube, ice cube. Which is neat. Vegetable with thick nitrogen argon atmosphere. The crust consists of silicons and various unremarkable ores, but is surprisingly rich in phosphates. Since the atmosphere lacks free oxygen, the phosphates are relatively pure and could be valued in the manufacture of fertilizers and incendiary ammunition. Interesting. Valuable deposit of plutonium. Cool. That one. Okay. Amaranthine is chilly rock with an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Its frozen surface consists largely of a light titanium and aluminum oxides, with deposits of thorium and other heavy metals located in the deep crust. Amaranthine is named by the human poet Sophia Cabral during her tour of duty aboard the Alliance surveyor ship Coop. Under the dim light of the red dwarf Fortuna, the surface of the world is lit in rich twilight blues and purples, even at midday. That's cool as shit. Let's hope it actually looks cool as shit. I mean, I know this is just a quick little screen grab, but cold as hell. There's not a lot of, like, how far away is it? I want more distance, damn it. I want a better understanding of where it is in the solar system that isn't called Sol. What's weird is that we don't call them, like, the Fortuna system. We call it the Fortuna system. But we call our system the solar system. And the name of our star is called Sol. Just an interesting little tidbit. Why my jets no do that when I do that? Huh? Alright, map. Where am I at? Over here. Things are south. I see rocks. I also see ore. There's ore in them dar rocks. That doesn't do anything. That actually makes it worse. I'm trying to do that. Cool. Iridium, nice. Got 34,000. Getting a little bit richer each time I do this. You can't see jack. You can kind of see that, which is cool. Like, sure, the bluish purple sky is kind of cool, but I mean, like, we have blue skies. I was hoping it was going to be that iridescent glowy akin to that one planet from my last episode, last streaming / episode, where like I just kept looking at the damn planet. It's so gorgeous. There we go. I was like, why the hell can't I scan it? Whatever the hell I need to do. Nope. Damn it. Damn it. Patience. Every time it's patience. It's really what it boils down to. Alright, so alcohol east. Oh, come on. See, I just literally flipped backwards. I didn't level out or anything. Didn't get a boost. Literally flew off of the thing that I was trying to go up. That's a little frustrating. Just a tad. Come on. You can do it, little buddy. Ooh. Anything south of here? I'm going to keep that question mark more or less in my field of view on scale. Not the rockets or anything, but I got nothing like that. The rockets are stupid. I mean, if anything, it helps me get back that way better. It's just sad. There's a lot of things that I would like to fix for the next game, which I'm not even sure I can play. This game is already jumpy, laggy. I'm sure it's not the greatest watching experience. Here's very old. Alright, cool. Okay, so where did I go? Oh, I went here, but I didn't go there. I think. Alright, so north and west. I think I did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And northeast a little. And south to this. Hopefully valley. Nothing there to see. This place actually feels worse with the like frame skips and stuff because of like all the various debris and stuff that's flowing. Alright. Now the question is she gonna like double cross me or something?
Hello again,
Hello.
Commander Shepard. I owe you a debt of gratitude. With my former partners dead, this syndicate is now mine. I could not have done it without you.
I killed them because they deserve it. Now I'm placing you under arrest.
Surely you don't think that necessary. Under my leadership, this organization will restrict itself to gambling and smuggling illegal technologies. These crimes are hardly worth your time. If you press the issue, my assistants are very well equipped to deal with you.
This gang has a reputation for drugs and slaving. It's too late to change that.
Perhaps you're right. Perhaps this organization has been so tainted by those two idiots that it cannot be
changed tones
redeemed.
real fast.
If I disband the gang, I walk away freely. I have not come so far to be arrested. I would die before going to prison. I would most certainly kill before going to prison. Now, do we have a deal?
You're free to go. I don't ever want to see this gang again. If I do,
You won't. I'm not so foolish as to break my word to a Spectre. Now, if you'll excuse me, my men become nervous in the presence of law enforcement agents. Goodbye, Shepard.
I don't like the fact that I'm basically a cop. It's not something I'm fond of. But I'm gonna see if I can find anything to loot. If there's anything. I'm gonna save real quick. I want to try something. I just want to see. No matter what, I am going to restart. Okay. I just wanted to see. Like, I didn't, you know, even though they didn't attack me or anything, I didn't want to continue. Just wanted to see. Mercenary, Tog. Hello? Can't talk to you. Hello? You wish to talk? Whatever. Well, I know the space bar fucking works. Okay, so I can't talk to these people. Whatever. Not like they would have had anything interesting to say. I would have otherwise just gunned them down. Oh yeah, my squad is Needing some adjustment. I am very Paragon. Okay, so I'm working on my fitness right now. Briefly, but greatly increases your armor's protection, significantly reduces health damage. I keep forgetting to use those damn hotkey things. Because they're, even though they're in my sight, they're essentially out of sight. Cool. Valuable minerals. Keep searching for minerals. I got all the gases. Privateers. Go to Zawin in the strenuous system of the Horsehead and locate the privateers responsible for destroying the ship. At least I'm in the same system. She won't even talk to me again. Okay, whatever. Fine by me. You can ignore me. I don't give a shit. It's no skin off my nose. I don't know why I wanted to say something else. I don't even know what my brain was trying to say. There's a lot I haven't explored. I want to explore. Yeah, this place is which is the downside of wanting to explore the place too. Sure, there's more minerals out here. Oh wow, you can see it from there. That's cool. Like it's relatively clear, which is cool. But then at the same time, you know, it's not. Clouds and shit. Weird weather phenomena. Yep. Ore out there. There's some ore in Gendar here. Alright, where the fuck are you at though? What the hell is that?
Moving out.
Obsidian's not an ore. Thorium. Interesting. That's cool. Surveyed a large deposit of thorium. Oh yeah, I forget they have those little markers that pop up. Alright, so I can keep going southeast. It's probably nothing down there. It's probably more towards the east, northeast area, but I do kind of wish there was, you know, sometimes a little bit more to kill. Even if it's just a random small thing that I could just, you know, poke. You know, basically that. This looks like a better route. My burner. Oh, I used 48 gigabytes of my data. Whatever shall happen. I don't know. If it slows me down too much, then my streaming days are open until the end of the month. There's some Thor, not necessarily Thor. Yeah, so I use my cell phone to stream and just use data in general, and I technically have unlimited data, but you know how that works. Ooh, this is rough. Where the fuck is it? I'm gonna try over here just to see if this is less disastrous. who knows? Maybe I'll be gone. Driving into a relatively easy spot. Still gotta go up something. It sucks when you're in a fucking cavity. Gosh. It sucks when you hop over and there's just a tiny little cavity right here. There's more thorium in fact. Oh, uranium. Okay. Whoops. Forgot about those. Boom. First try. Alright, so all the ore is collected, so we're out. Still in the horse head. I just don't remember where at least I'll be on the bridge when I'm checking. Journal, assignments. Privateers. Okay, so strenuous system. Zawin. Alright, so strenuous. I know that's probably not how you pronounce it, but that's just how I'm pronouncing it because of the nature of it. Well, hold on, let me check the others just to make sure that I've surveyed them all. Oh, see? Didn't survey that. Medallion recovered. Sort of thick atmosphere, hydrocarbons. Never been fully mapped. Surface is hot. It's cool. Basically just a giant soup. Primordial soup. So far, we haven't been to anything that I'm aware of that incorporates, like binary star systems. When, like, the nearest system to us, IRL, is just about 4 light years away, and it's a trinary star system. We used to think there was only 2 stars. Now there's 3. Like the least interesting description I think I've read ever. It was literally 1 sentence. I think it was separated by a comma. Or that it had separations due to a comma, something, whatever. Like it didn't even have a semicolon. Come on, game. Now I kind of want to name this like no semicolon because it's just so stupid. Alright. Where are we? Where do we need to go? A lot of places to go out here. Let's just head towards the target. Again, that's wasteland. Can't see the sky, that's sad. That's not level. And yet it was acceptable. No, I did not. Come on. Try to get up. Right? arriving on relatively stable ground, using the jet seems to serve virtually nothing. It's kind of sad. Alright, so it looks like there's some differences. Hey now. What the? Some of the... That was funny. Alright. That's all handled. Yeah, the explosion, like, got pushed out. Some, 100 yards or so. Alrighty. Let's get in here. The fusion containment cell is there. I'm gonna open this bad boy up. You're going to be here, you're going to be there, and then we're going to do this.
Understood. Let's warp you. Let's see what we got. Oh, hey. Let's, singularity you. That's probably use singularity a little more. Are you still? Oh, okay, you're not. Throw mastery, yay! Alright. I should use lift a little bit more often too. Okay, I figured as much. Alright, let's see if we can get... Actually, hold on.
Shield's disabled.
Didn't do shit. Oh well. Oh hey. I love it. See a crate up there. That's cool. Yeah, I need to start using biotics more. I need to start using this shit more too up at the top. Speaking of, let's see. Let's put that there. What is this one again? Shepherd immunity. Definitely need to try to use that one a little bit more often. There. That's a door control. I want to open stuff. Let's open things. Alrighty. Nope. A bunch of other stuff that I haven't used. Alright, so I find it interesting that this one is in the level 8 section, but it's like nowhere near as good. Same with the hammer. But then there's this bad boy. Actually, I want to give that to Liara. Or maybe not, since there's all that. I mean, it kind of doesn't matter, because she's not using it. But whatever. She already got stabilizer. Maybe I can upgrade that. Not like it matters again. Let's go optics. But with her, oh yeah, she's using the pulse rifle right now. Let's keep her on that for the time being, just because it's fun. Because why not? Same. Shepherd. Flies a crazy gun. The heat sink and everything. Like everybody probably has that gun. See how many of them I have. Or maybe not. Okay, so she's got also a nice Karpov 7. Cool. Alright, whatever. Hey, more stuff. Whoops. Be forced to salvage any new items you find once you reach this limit. Sell or salvage some items just to avoid reaching this limit. Okay, cool. Alright, so let's then salvage. I mean, I'm not using anything really. Okay, let's omni that. It's less than. Let's definitely do this. Oh, I can convert all the junk. Why want to convert all the junk? Yeah, this isn't tedious or boring. Kind of feel bad doing this instead of selling it all. At least do that for the time being. How much cash do I have again? Only 2.4 million. No big deal. Hey, he's dead. Corpse camo. These stiff fingers are wrapped tight around a small data pad. What does data pad say? Privateers. Talk to Garoff. Okay. Alright, Citadel it is. Yancey Systems next. Oh, after I search through shit. Alright. Don't need any, but that's cool. I kind of wish I could just jump off from here and go down instead of having to go down the stairs. There are a couple of things about this that I would like some changes on that hopefully are an option. Like, I could see him being badass enough with his, EVA armor to be able to jump down just like a single flight of stairs without too many problems. I personally think so anyway. I don't know about anybody else thinking that, but it's whatever. Alright, let's go ahead and come on over here. And what else do I have to do? These two things. So I am here. Is this the first thing I went through, right? I don't remember. This is how bad my brain is. I can't even remember what I did when I first got here. That says anything. So I'll just go that way first and see. But, so why is it just lit up for whatever reason? Why did it look like I highlighted something? Whatever. Let's just go straight west. Hey, there's Ord. Go slightly northeast. And that east, not west anyway, when I first said that. Oh shit. That would not be fun getting out of either way, to be honest. Palladium, that's cool. At least I think that's how it's pronounced. I don't really know. East word to ho. Hey, why you calling me a hoe, bro? Because you're my bro, ho. That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever said. And I've done a lot of stupid shit. Oops, shot the ground a little too close to where I was at. But that was kind of cool. No lie, that was cool as shit. Just the way that it like lights up the screen like that. Speaking was a guest trap. Okay. Are you sure it was a death trap and not a weapon trap? nice. Alright, let's turn the beacon off though. Right?
En route.
No? Apparently not. I don't know, whatever. Alright, some ore over here. South of here. That was kind of fun though. Just running them over. Plap. Boom. Plap. Boom. Alright, here you go. More cobalt that does not look like cobalt. Simple. Nice and simple. One simple moment later. Right, slightly south and a little east. This one. See you in the distance. Maybe I shouldn't run over the technology. Alright, what do I have to check on? It's over here. Generator, okay. And well, this camp generator is still functioning, but there's no signs of the former occupants. The camp's computer notes several locations of interest. Okay. Sounds cool. Any loot? Like on dead bodies or anything? I noticed my level 1 hazard meter is going up, so probably a good idea to get back in the vehicle. Yeah, that dropped down quick. More south. Let's become a Southie by going south. Let's go south to the south as a Southie, even though we're not in Boston. I don't actually know what a Southie is, because I just know about it from them damn Boston movies that I've seen, starring Matt Damon and or Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck. I prefer that pronunciation of his name, to be honest. Ben Affleck is like to been afflicted, basically. I like that. Trying to mark the nearby mineral deposit when he died, was killed. Okay. Is this the nearby mineral deposit? Yeah, I need to get back in my spaceship, too. On my ground ship. This is a fucking level 1 hazard. It's hazardous, that's for sure. Iridium, nice. The reason iridium is nice is because we use it in conjunction with platinum to create our standards. So we have... Is there anything else associated with this? Like part of this? Oh, no? Okay. So like the kilogram, for instance, is standardized with a piece of platinum iridium alloy because it's incredibly stable, doesn't lose much atomic mass over extended periods of time, and as long as it's not, you know, manhandled incorrectly or anything, it doesn't lose any of its weight. And, you know, it's also like just a really cool, nice and shiny piece of metal. So it's like great to show off. But also, hey, this is our standard for the kilogram. Now, one thing they're trying to accomplish, one thing they're trying to do is change that to where a non-physical thing... another one. Pressure. that bitch. Alright. That was hectic. Alright, let's go ahead and get some repairs done. Oh, can't, unless it's parked on level terrain. It's parked, but probably due to the whole repairs thing, I can't get out.
Heading out.
There we go.
You lead. I'll follow.
Okay. This will be interesting in a second. Oh, frictionless materials, kinetic coil. Interesting. I wonder. Yeah, I know. How many do I have? Does it say how much I have? Avenger 9. Heat damping plus some damage. Am I currently using the rail extension? I'd lose damage, which I really don't want to do. Oof. Trade-off is increased weapon. Knocking opponents completely off their feet. I think I might want to try that. I'm going to try to do the same with hers. I just want to see how that works. How efficient it might be. Alright, I'm over here. I think I need to check this one, so I need to go northeast. That was kind of cool. Oh yeah, let's save. Yes. So one thing that I didn't realize, because I was unaware of how the whole like thing was going to go. So like looking at this, I would have not incorporated Intimidate. I would have just used Charm. So in a future playthrough, the one that I want to do next is the one where basically he's just super aggro all the fucking time. And I just want to run down that line and see how that works out. Like, not giving two shits. Like, that is the route that I'm going to, the bottom right-hand choice seems to always be that one. And, like, that's the one I want to try out, just for the hell of it. Probably won't stream it, though. Okay, so I've already been here. So does it mean I'm done? Because I'm pretty sure I've done everything else. Alright, cool. Let's get the fuck out of here. It's like, yeah, I wasn't sure how things were going to play out with all that kind of stuff. And, like, sometimes I wasn't even choosing those choices when I should have been. Alright, journal. What do we got? Privateers. Talk to Garoth. So I've got to go to Citadel for that one. And then for this one, the Yangtze system. And the Voyager cluster. On Benthu. So I got to go to the Voyager cluster, choose Yangtze, and then go to Benthu. Alright. This is getting more complicated than I wanted it to be, damn it. So Voyager, Yangtze, Benthu. My brain can only hit Yangtze, yes. Obviously, once I choose the system, it's easier, but I'm like, it's so easy for me to just forget. Alright. Let's just scroll, you know, see what's what. Hot Jupiter with trace of sulfur and hydrogen, helium atmosphere that surf the gravity well, the gas giant prevented any planets from forming nearby. Well, yeah. Wait, what's the distance? Damn it. You don't tell me how fucking far away it is. Like, Because it's close enough, it could start pulling in, it could be accreting mass from that, potentially increasing the size of this sun if it's big enough. So that's where I have to go. Survey you, get some beryllium, nice. Small barren rock world with trace atmosphere of krypton and xenon. Both of those are stable noble gases, which is great. Surface is frigid, and mainly composed of silicates with deposits of magnesium, aluminum, and other light metals. Traeger has a weak magnetic field, making it unsuitable for dry discharge brakes. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm trying to remember this place. Voyager cluster, Yangtze. I want to go back to the local cluster, and I want to read again what Earth says for its description. Or any of them, really. Let's see. Yeah, because it's only 0.39 AU. Doesn't say much about the nature of its makeup. Population 800. Let's check oil. Is that rotating slowly? Clouds are. Space junk in the atmosphere. L4 and L5 stations, quarter million, not bad. Smart way to do it. Historical preserves here on the Prothean ruins found near the creation of development are restricted as the search for Prothean artifacts continues. It's weird that they're not talking about the makeup. Which is weird. Because like every other system, they talk about the makeup of the actual planet. They talk about the surface, the core sometimes. Huygens Huygens, I think is actually how you pronounce that. I always want to say Huygens, but I'm pretty sure that's Huygens. Also laboratory facility. It's so weird. Like yeah, there's the book or whatever the fuck it was talking about it, but it's like helium-3 fuel and shallow for a gas giant gravity well. Uranus is the largest producer of helium-3 in Alliance space. So fucking gorgeous. Helium. Moteness made it unpromising target for life before development of Mass Effect Drive. Uranus cheaper to exploit. It is never seen extensive development. Only permanent human presence is a small nearby research facility on Triton. And Pluto was like way the fuck over here. Which is weird that we're not seeing Charon as well. Or Sharon, depending on how you pronounce it. Or how it's actually pronounced. I don't know. Those are the Sol's numerous ice dwarf worlds. Anchor for the Prothean master at Arcturus. Moon and the Heron relay, formerly encased in ice and considered moon, orbit each other. Oh, so it was considered a moon, but it is a relay point, due to the world building. Orbit circularized in 2157 as a side effect of the Hero Mouse relay outburst. Which is cool because it was so right now in our world, Pluto's orbit literally crosses in front of, like, if you'll notice how close these are, one is supposed to be Pluto's and the other one is Neptune's. At certain points in their orbital periods, Neptune gets closer, and then there's a point where they switch, and then Pluto's closer. And so that was always a really fascinating thing for me whenever I would look at our solar system maps and stuff like that, because they always had, you know, these orbital demarcations to showcase, you know, how things, you know, would be and all that stuff. And I was always like, hey, you see the spot? And there would be times where, you know, sometimes I'd think, I wonder if they would ever crash into each other. It's very unlikely. It's weird that none of the descriptions describe their makeup. So Voyager cluster, right? Okay. And Yangtze, and then Bindu, I think is what it was called. Which is the only place I didn't like land in this system whatsoever. But it was always really fascinating for me that you could do that you could, you know, have planets cross paths like that. Now, of course, you know, Pluto has been downgraded from planet to dwarf planet. Permanent haze of toxic chlorine and clouds of sulfur dioxide that periodically drop torrents of. Yeah, that's wow. Mainly composed of sulfur with deposits of calcium. That has only been charted within the last 20 years by land surveyors. There's no known native ecology. I mean, not with fucking literal sulfuric rain. Data about the world surprisingly brief and generic. Painting a picture of an unpleasant and unpleasant for sure. Yeah, totally unfucking pleasant. Like, there's absolutely nothing pleasant about a carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide fucking atmosphere? No thanks. I mean, I know, like, sulfuric acid is quite a bit more to it, but oof. It's what shit, I don't remember. S2OH4? It's been a while. Let me look. That's the wrong tab. Sulfuric acid formula. H2SO4. I think I said S2HO4 beforehand, so it was a little off, just a little bit. The things that are more acidic have more hydrogen with pH, or rather they have less hydrogen, I'm sorry. So lower pH equals, so we're gonna omnigel yo ass. Scimitar, omnigel, convert. Can I, like, multi-select? No. What if I do... Nope. It's so weird that I can't do that. No, like, select option, nothing. I see a trash icon on the side. Okay, maybe that's what it is? It's barely visible. It should just be like a checkbox. Okay, that works. That's cool. Alright, let's do a little bit of inventory cleanup here. Well, what the hell? Oh, Okay, it's just the heat. And then I'm gonna sell like all the 7s. Like some of the functionality of this game is a little bit wonky. I can't complain too much. It's a good game. Like I ain't trying to complain, that's for sure. Just I have reasons to. That's all. Okay. There's some ore right over here. Let's go grab that. I've been replaying Final Fantasy VII, but I've got cheats going on. And the cheats specifically are... I had like all items, and I made it to where like I had to figure out a way to do it. Oh shit. It's really hard to do when you start getting up higher around the circle. I made it to where like if I ever used an item, it would keep you at max items. So all items were maxed out. And then I had to find a way to do turbo. And then I was like, alright, now that I have the ability to turbo, every time somebody got in my party, I'd upgrade them. All their stats to max. Give them the worst weapon, and then maximize all their stats with the source items. So like your power source, your guard source, speed source, stuff like that. So I don't have to fucking farm them later on in the game. Just save over that quick save. Because I just wanted to like kind of play through the story for the most part. But also, because I want to try to fight Emerald and Ruby weapon with barely any materia. Just like some basic stuff. Nothing crazy. Hold on. This weapon feels weird. I don't know why. Oh, because I was using a sledgehammer around. That's right. Why not? Let's see what happens. I think that's why I was willing to use biotics. Like that. Oh shit. No, let's not throw you. Let's work. And let's break your shields. Hey, don't do that stuff to me. I'm supposed to do that to you. Alright, ladies. Let's do your thing. And the other thing. Kaboom. Whoop. More stuff to do, ladies. Put you in stasis. Why not? Hey, you were supposed to be in stasis. Oh well, I exploded her face. I see what looks like bugs, but like the tiny versions of those big artillery are like interesting. Alright, so... Still continue one of the other labs. Okay, cool. Neato.
Looks like Cerberus has other...
Why you do that, game? Somebody buy me a new computer. Pay my rent. God damn it. I think I'm gonna title it that. Just cause. Fuck it, man. Just so tired of, like, here's the thing. You know, for many, many years of my life, I thought I was just a slacker. Now, I know I am a slacker. I'm not opposed to that. I will cop to my slackerness. I get it. It exists within my life. And I think we're all slackers to some degree. But at the same time, one of the things that I've learned about myself because of my ADHD is that I'm not the slacker people thought I was. I'm not that lazy person because I have choice paralysis going on, or I have activation energy paralysis, etc., where there's a thing that I want to do, but for some reason my brain don't do it. Like, today was actually the opposite of that. Today I got a lot of stuff done, though not a lot of important stuff, but I got a lot of stuff done more or less all at once because my brain said, let's go do that. So what did I do? Alright, I wasn't intending to eat a pizza at all today, because eating a pizza is not just eating a pizza in my world. Eating a pizza includes cleaning my cast iron pan, alright, because that's how I use it, and then drying off the cast iron pan by putting it on the stove and heating it up, and then while it's still heating up, because I want to maintain a good seasoning on it, throw on, you know, a tiny amount of oil, but like kind of also let it burn off, because you're basically polymerizing it, you're turning it into an edible plastic. And then letting it cool down, which takes a while, because the reason why cast iron is so heavily sought after, it's not because it's great at conducting, it's not great at releasing, it's good at holding. That's why people like it. But the problem with it holding heat is that it takes a long time to cool off, but also takes a long time to heat up for the most part. It takes even longer to cool off than it does to heat up. And so, oh God, Jesus, it's a lot of stuff. Did I do the same with this? Okay, I did. So I don't think I have anything below or above, or 6 or above, or below rather, duh. Except for maybe weapon mods. But weapon mods I'll keep, just because I don't have a ton. So I've got to clean it, I got to dry it off, and through the dry off process, heat it back up. Then I've got to put on the extra layer season, then I got to let that cool down, and then I've got to make it the way that I make it, which is throw on a thin layer of oil, throw on some seasonings, then put the dough on there, and I'm doing this the Adam Ragusa way. I don't season my pizza, I season my pizza pan, because it actually works out really well. Put the dough on there, let that rest for like 10-20 minutes. And this one was the whole like super hydrated version, so it was like super watery, but it was cool anyway. I didn't care. It ended up still tasting good anyway. And then once it's actually time to prep it, it's like 4 steps in a 5-minute increment. So you turn on the burner, and then while that's on, you know, set the timer for 5 minutes, put the sauce on, and then, you know, add any additional seasonings onto the sauce you might like. I like to put on, you know, some cracked pepper, some shaky cheese, nutritional yeast, and then I'll even use like garlic and onion powder, because it's like the whole thing, like, yeah, the sauce has seasoning to it, but I want a little bit more of it, you know. And then throw on like any toppings, like cheeses, meats, etc. And then after the 5 minutes is over, put it in the broiler. Well, 9 times out of 10, I forget to turn the damn broiler on immediately. So it takes a while for the broiler to heat up. So that kind of screws with everything.
Finally, some action!
Girl, that's not what you want. You shouldn't want action. Hello, game. There we are.
Hold the line!
Dead already? Damn it. Die
Go,
run.
go,
Damn
go!
adrenaline rush, whatever it is on. Let's see, what's 4? No, not F4. I want it 4. Hey, what up?
Go, go, go!
Cerberus Commando. What the hell? He's like taking I see we have more stuff in there. I really need to heal. Huh.
I wonder what Cerberus horrors will find at the next base.
All targets eliminated.
Question. Even though it wasn't a question. Alright. So not only did I do that, you know, like, you know, after heating it up for the 5 minutes and then putting it under the broiler for another 5 minutes, then I let it sit on the stove to essentially, you know, kind of have carryover heat / cool off for 5 minutes, and then take it off, put it on a rack for another 5 minutes, and then I could cut it. And it's like I have to break it down into those like steps in order for me to even want to do it. But then at the same time, having all those steps can make having, you know, like sort of a choice paralysis. And on top of it, I made some rice because I believe it was yesterday or the day before, I made some chicken stock. Because occasionally, whenever I go to the store, I try to buy, you know, like a bunch of chicken thighs. And they're bone-in, skin on, because I want all of that. When I'm prepping the chicken, when I'm prepping the thighs, you know, I gotta cut out all the bones. And then I'm, you know, like prepping the chicken to actually be cooked. You know, throw some oil on there, salt, pepper, and like I did some super heavy seasonings this time around. It turned out really good. But again, a lot of steps, each of which can be somewhat paralyzing to do them all. And so sometimes I won't do them for days on end, longer than I should. And there have been times where I've almost lost food because of, you know, the ADHD tax, where you're just like, oops, I forgot I had food in the fridge, even though I see it every fucking day. You know? So I did the rice, with, so like a couple days before I made a chicken stock with chicken bones. Now the one thing I forgot to do was to bake them for like 20-30 minutes, because if you bake the thighs at like 350, you can get the Maillard reaction going, brown the bones rather, you can brown the bones for a little bit, and that'll make them taste better. That'll make your stock taste better. I just wanted to take out. Yeah, another one of these. Pyramids. That's cool. And the reason I like using the chicken stock for the rice is because, you know, I mean, one, using chicken stock, it's just nice to use it up, but it makes the rice taste better too. And if you don't salt the stock, it can be easy to forget to salt the rice. And I've largely not salted my rice or my stock. So I usually end up with under-seasoned rice, which sucks. And so I tend to have to over-season it whenever I add anything else to it. Because like sometimes I'll add, you know, beans to it, or I'll add some chicken to it or something like that. You know, I used the little yellow curry packet, and holy crap, that shit was delicious. Like the next time I hit up the store and I see that, I'm gonna probably get like 3 of them. So yeah, there's gonna be guys here. I'm gonna change up to my sniper weapons. Just wanna see.
Enemy sighted.
See somebody trying to come over this way. Yep. You.
I will destroy you!
Kill. Oh, it's not the. There's multiple commandos here. So.
I'm on it!
Oh, hi. She's on it, guys. She's on it. Don't worry about it. Well, I got him
Won't
before
get
he
me
knocked
next
my
time.
ass down. And that is what? Oh, it's one of those things.
One last stop to make, Shepard. We owe Kahoku that much.
That's the last of them.
Let me guess. So they've all been relatively easy. Oh, hey, Rear Admiral Kaku. Find nice, dead. Despite the ferocity of creatures, he was still in the room. There was no signs of trauma on his corpse. The needle marks on his arm suggested different means of execution. Interesting.
Oh, goddess. It's Admiral Kahoku.
Oh,
Cerberus must have tracked him down.
yeah.
Ready.
You lead, I'll follow.
Again, I would like them to talk a little bit more about the circumstances. Like that's something like I don't have to have anything else to say. I don't need to have a dialogue with them. I just would like it if they said more things. Like they don't necessarily have to say them until I prompt them. But they could also do it without me prompting them, and that'd be cool too. You know, it just kind of fills in the dead air, if you will. But yeah, so after making the stock a couple days ago, I made the rice. Shit, what else did I do? Oh yeah, I made some different cookies because, like I said, I didn't have enough oatmeal. So it's like, alright, cool. So I've been that there, so I guess I just have to go to debris? Kind of doesn't make sense though. We'll see. It would also be nice if on the map it showed like what I've effectively completed. So I don't have to keep second guessing myself. Because I do that a lot anyway. And then, you know, because I don't have any information telling me what's next, it just kind of has me going wherever for no reason, basically. So hang on. Oops, that's the wrong one. Hades' days. Head to Nefarian in the Columbia system of the Voyager cross. So that's an entirely different area. Okay. But at least I'm largely done here. This debris doesn't here. And I don't have anybody like in the stream saying, no, go back. Whoops. Whoa. Got fucking laggy for a second. And again. Damn. Alright. Cool beans. And then hop on out. Go to another system in the same area, I think. At least I can check again. So this is the thing, it's like I gotta keep going back to the menu. It would be nice if, like, while I was here, okay, like if there was an option while in the system itself, like maybe I could press F1, which that just did something. I don't fucking know what, but if I pressed F1, it would open like the menu on the side. Or no, it didn't do anything. Okay, whatever. And it would show me like all the, okay, that's not the right one. I think those are all big rivers. Amazon, Yangtze, and Columbia, I think are all rivers. Neferin. Let's go to Gromar first, see what you got. Let's survey you. Rocky terrestrial world, trace atmosphere, Krypton, and Xenon. Two-function model, single lens with an effective aperture equal to thousands of light years. Nice. So that's a thing. Like right now on Earth, you can have. Okay, so the amount of information that you can capture at any given moment is essentially the size of your lens. So if you have something that's, you know, an inch in diameter, well, that's the amount of information that that lens can capture. Okay. But then you also have like reflector dishes. And so a reflector dish can be bigger than perhaps the lens itself. All right. So, you know those big, bulky, cylindrical telescopes that people have where they have like, you can look into this like tiny little viewpiece right at the front of it? Those are reflector telescopes. At the very back, there's a mirror. And that mirror is parabolic in shape. So if you were to create a sphere, and then like cut out a piece of that sphere, that would be a parabolic mirror. Like all points on that mirror, there's a focal point that they all meet up at. And then what you do is you put a mirror, you put a lens in that spot. Or you put some kind of collector You know, in this case, you basically create like an inverted sort of like, what's a good way of putting it? Like, basically like a telescope, or a periscope rather. So you have like reflectors that bounce and go to that, you know, little eyepiece, and thus you can collect more information because it's bigger than the typical, like you have that lens at the front and then it focuses it and kind of stuff, right? And when you have a bigger lens, you can collect more light. All right, so let's make it bigger. Let's make the James Webb Telescope. Yeah, that's pretty much the biggest telescope we have in space right now. But here's the thing about the James Webb Telescope. It wants to collect specific types of light. It wants to collect infrared, near infrared, and like potentially slightly longer wavelengths of light, because infrared light penetrates more stuff, whereas visible light will not. It gets blocked by things like dust and the like. And most dust, by the way, in space is actually gas. Or it's, you know, like low-end elements. You know, your shit like your carbons and stuff. But mostly it's gases. But the thing is like those things can block light if there's enough of them in, you know, sort of, if you will, like column of space. But infrared light has an easier time traveling through things like gases, like space dust and light. So it's better to pick that up. But the problem with an infrared radiation is that the wavelengths are longer, and thus, depending on your equipment, they might just penetrate your equipment. So you've got to have something that has the right makeup. It's got to be big enough. And so you have your James Webb Telescope that has like 30-something mirrors, and they're all like super polished at a very specific angle. And they're made of gold, but they have like all kinds, like there's just layers upon layers of this shit. But at the same time, like, it also has to be able to withstand getting the hell out of space or out of Earth, and it has to be foldable and all kinds of crazy shit, right? And I mean, like, the engineering of just the James Webb Telescope itself is just amazing. And the fact that it worked, because it's not just the collector dishes that then reflect that universal light, if you will, and I mean universal in the literal sense of universe, but at the same time, you've got to prevent the sun from fucking with your equipment. And so on the back end, it has all those really thin ass, like stupid thin foil shields to prevent solar radiation from cooking the equipment in multiple ways, i.e. through heat or through ionizing radiation, essentially cooking it in other ways. So there's all these things that have to go into play in order for James Webb's telescope just to be in space to even take a photo. And then what its photo is doing is collecting light from all these various dishes, bouncing it into that point at the front. So if you look at it, it kind of looks like an ice cream cone, but a really weird wide one. And that tip is the collector. And it's gonna, and then, you know, it's gonna send that information down to the body, which is gonna then, you know, turn it into ones and zeros and send it off to us so that we can then recompile that information. And all of that is happening on all of our telescopes in space, all of our space satellites that are doing that. Be it GPS satellites that are, you know, collecting, you know, data on off the ground, stuff like that. Well, then you can do that collecting different types of light, like, let's say, radio waves. But see, here's the thing about radio waves. Radio waves are even longer. And so in order to acquire a full radio wave, it could be a mile long. And again, going back to a previous sciencey tangent, the wavelength is based on either the distance between the two crests of a wave or the two troughs of a wave. Just like when you're, looking at seas and, you see all the craziness going on. And, the wiggly little line that you see in all kinds of like physics books or just any kind of basic science book talking about electromagnetic radiation, it's showing you wavelengths. But it's showing you wavelengths on surprisingly large scales, most of which we wouldn't be able to see. But once you start getting into radio wave territory, they start getting long. Sometimes, like I said, like a mile away. And if you want certain information out of space that can penetrate our atmosphere, because a lot of stuff can't penetrate our atmosphere, which is why we put stuff in space in the first place. But B is also really long in wavelength, so you want to be able to try to capture as many portions of that wavelength along the line. As it sort of wiggles its way into and lands on you and smacks into you, you want to be able to capture any kind of point on the height, the amplitude of that wave. And so you get more. So you do kind of like with James Webb Telescope, and you make it bigger. You get more collector dishes. But here's the problem. Once you start getting that big, especially on Earth, you don't really want to send it, you don't want it to reflect way out like you would with those collector dishes. So you've got to figure out another way to do it. Well, what they do is the same thing, but they just make multiple different dishes and they put them all in a big old field. And they all have that same functional approach. So each of the dishes, they're smaller in size and they're spread out so they're not next to each other. But they're all they all have that little ice cream cone situation going on individually. Well, then all of those, 30, 40, 50 of those different giant, like they're building sized, basically antenna, collecting whatever information will come down, bouncing it back to their little ice cream cone tip, transmitting that through their cables as ones and zeros and such, into a computer, into a sort of central hub area, and then they compile that information however they can. All right, that's what was happening, by the way, in the movie Cosmos. Or Contact, sorry. Well, here's the cool thing about that, right? You can do that again on the other side of the planet, just like they did in Contact, where we had the very large array here in, I can't remember where the hell it is here in America. I want to say it's New Mexico or similar. I'm going to look it up. The very large array is in New Mexico, yes. NRAO, very large array, Old Highway 60, Magdalena, New Mexico. I wish I'd stopped over when I was traveling through. I wonder where specifically that is. So what they did in Contact is a little different than what I was about to kind of describe. What they did in Contact was basically say, hey, can you verify this information? We're receiving this info. Can you also see if you're receiving this info? Because we're getting to the point where the Earth is literally in the way. Because, it's curved. Because it's a ball. Very, not Hay, not Betty, very large array. Pull out now, zoom out. Okay, so it's a bit southwest of Albuquerque. Alright, that makes sense as to why I didn't see it. Because I was traveling on Greyhound and it was all very much, just specific routes when I was out in that area. If I could afford it, I would do something akin to van living, but it would be like going and exploring things like this, you know, the Mile Crater, I go back to the Grand Canyon, go to the Grand Tetons, you know, I just like explore our planet. I would attempt to go see the next solar eclipse, because like all these things are important to me. I don't know why. Maybe one day I'll figure it out. But anyway, what they did in context was they just wanted the guys in Australia to verify the information. But here's the cool thing. You could have another very large array in another section of the world, right? But if you have both of them collecting the information at roughly the same time, like you can synchronize them and they're both potentially acquiring information. And I mean, as long as they're pointing in a certain place, you don't necessarily have to have them pointing in exactly the same spot, but it would be a good thing. So like if you have a specific star that is a specific distance outside of, you know, the solar system or whatever, and you want to be able to picture some shit, you could have them collect the information at the same time, and because of the distance from where they are, you would basically get a picture that is essentially the size of Earth between those distances. Yeah, there's a lot of space in between that you don't have, but here's the cool thing. The Earth moves. And it moves quickly enough that as it rotates, you can collect information from that one spot that you're looking for, and then you keep doing that multiple times a week. You know, you do it like, I don't know, nightly, for instance. But here's another cool thing. The night changes ever so slowly. Midnight on June 1st is not the same as midnight on January 1st, or technically November the 1st, which would be, or December 1st, sorry. That would be the 6-month difference, of course. So, because you'll have a different night sky, and because the Earth rotates, you'll have a number of opportunities to be able to take the same information. Now, of course, you need to be able to synchronize with that other place so that they can be collecting the information at the same time, and then you have your computers use your algorithms to create a picture. But the thing is because you're acquiring that information from two different points, you're getting information, and then of course you're doing it multiple nights for X period of time, and maybe you have to do it a couple of years long. You have a picture that, you have a lens rather, you have an ability to capture that is the size of the distance between those places. So you could make a lens, a virtual lens as it says here, to function as a single virtual lens with an effective aperture, which is the point in which you look at stuff. It's the opening, equal to thousands of light years between them. That is so much information that you could collect. The problem with that would be trying to synchronize that shit. Because the closer your information is in time with each other, the better your resolution will be, because you don't have to worry about like filtering through weird noises and like, because there's going to be a lot of parallax and all kinds of crap. Here's the thing. When I first came to LA and I started on the path of like just being homeless and whatnot, when I went to college for the first time out here, I wanted to go to PCC, Pasadena City College, for 2 years to study like astrophysics and stuff. And then I wanted to go to Caltech because I wanted to try to get a job at JPL. It didn't work out like that. Because I'm just not a science, I'm not a computer science kind of guy. And you have to do a lot of that. There's a lot of programming. And my brain does not like to click with that for some reason. A recent extranet meme suggests that a Prothean ship crashed through the crust of the planet before the collapse of the Empire might still be recovered from the planetary core. This is purportedly the source of the planet's unusually high mass. Careful mapping of the Ona heaters, Ona headers, I don't know. Gravity field by orbiting satellites have proved that the planetary core is entirely normal. Man, memes be memeing. Efron. I'm gonna hold off on that one. Surface mainly composed of sodium. See, this is the thing. Why you keep telling me this stuff about other planets but not our own? Like, the average person isn't gonna go read a geology book and learn about the typical makeup of Earth or Mercury or Venus, etc. So, like, putting it in game would be better. I think. Because then that would get a person who might be interested in it but isn't gonna search it out. Like, the tool is right there to let you know. It's a hothouse terrestrial world with a dense atmosphere of nitrogen and sulfur dioxide. Surface is scorching hot, mainly composed of iron with deposits of gold. Cloaca. Cloaca? It's a little close to cloaca. Seems like it might be an early planet. The atmosphere, largest active volcano is caldera, nearly 100 kilometers in diameter. God damn, that's huge. Its basalt floods have covered an area roughly the size of the Earth continent, Australia. Jesus Christ. Alright. So yeah, if you have more capture devices happening at once, pointing into a specific area of space, you effectively have a larger lens / aperture to work with, thus capturing more light, thus capturing more information. Since I said I was going to land on Citadel with my Turian? I can't remember the damn races. There's too damn many of them. Oh, the noise in this. Oh my god, can you see that? Is that supposed to be reflective? It just looks like static. Oh, there's something falling. Ooh. It looks like the planet's covered with glitter, which is causing the weirdest visual on my screen. And if that is a problem, I am sorry. Please buy me a better computer. Let me up. 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 Oh, okay, cool. What? Alright, I see now. Thorium, alright. Cool. Yeah, 34K. Oh wow. I thought I was close to 3 million. I didn't know I was almost exactly at 3 million. That's pretty cool. Alright. Don't know if I'll have the time going. I'll probably do a Citadel run next stream. It's almost just about 11 p.m. to this planet. Like, I mean, nobody watches my streams. People usually watch the VOD, which is fine. I don't know how long they're watching. I haven't really checked the analytics, but I'm pretty sure it ain't very long. really saying anything. Nobody's putting anything in the comments, unfortunately. But it's whatever. I'll just keep going. It's here for posterity. Come on, let's get over, baby. Ooh. Alright. This is probably not worth it. Cool. Oh. Does not appear to be. But it's whatever, I'll just keep going. Doesn't matter. How do I know all this stuff about space and shit? Well, I'm interested in it. I'm curious. I've had certain educators make me curious, or rather, either maintain my curiosity, indulge in my curiosity, or, what's the other word I was thinking of? Damn it. Ignite my curiosity, I guess is a good word. You know, I've always found science going through puberty again, 42. I've always found science easy for me. Like, it's easy for me. Science just works in my brain. It clicks. Like, it's just the right puzzle piece for the weirdness that is my brain. That was a cool shot. Why am I sparkling though? Like everywhere. It's so weird. And it's only on this specific texture. Not here. Well, okay, well it's only on those textures. Fire because I'm repairing. Come up, didn't I? Okay. Well, at least the last save was reasonably recent. Crap. Didn't realize I was running right into it until it was too late. Oof. Alrighty. Wait.
Get over there. So let's go this way, just to see, because it's relatively valley-like. And I find that area with the thresher, I'll try to quick save again, so that I don't have to deal with doing this some more, and wasting people's time, self-included. This whole crap in this place hard to fucking navigate. Jesus. Computer's having such a hard time. It's like loading. I'm probably going the hard way, but it's like I don't ever feel like there is an easy way to do these when there is such an insane amount of fucking hills and mountains in the way. Alright. I could have gone around the back, apparently. See, it says it wants it to be level. That's not fucking level. Game, why you gotta be that way? Okay. I just want to make sure that it wasn't F5. Let's try this way then. See if it's sort of more reasonable, I think, from what it looks like. Hello. Of all the things that tend to kill me, it's the damn threshers. Which, I mean, I get it. They're big nasty. I don't think they're supposed to be easy to kill. You know? Alright, so I don't appear to be anything in this direction. I'm gonna head that way. Again, I think. See, I've always had a relatively easy time, like, in the science and stuff. Like, I took this environmental science class back in this alternative school that I was in, because, like, I quit high school due to, like, a bunch of just stupid crap that was going on in my life. And I was sick one day, and I felt terrible. And I was living at my grandmother's house, and I was already 19 years old at the time, so, you know, not the best, or I was like 18 at this point. And then shit. I'm trying to exit technically. And then I pressed the exit button. What am I, like Cloud? I can't exit the Mako? I'm at that point in Final Fantasy VII where Cloud just went to Nabil, and Cloud is like sick with Mako poisoning. But anyway, I was like sick one day, and I was feeling just like really bad. And I was living with my grandmother at the time, and I tried to communicate with her to let her know that I wasn't going to go to class that day. Oops. Okay. Responsible for capturing the one. It's unclear how it came to possession of this relic. Alrighty. Well then, like, maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours later, I started feeling better. You know, maybe it was just stress. I don't know. I don't know what my situation was.
And I hadn't been able to communicate with her, and so I let her know via text message. Or not text message. But it was essentially a text message because I left her a post-it after I went to go hang out with my friends. Because, you know, still, you know, in high school, and hanging with my friends is still important. And I guess I'll do this. I can do a refresher. But apparently she never saw the message. It was on. She never saw the post-it note for whatever reason. So the next day I go to class, and like in my homeroom, like within 5 minutes of class starting, I'm getting called into the assistant principal's office, the administrator for, because like they had administrators based on your last name, because you know there was like 2,000 people in that school, and so, and I hated this dude. I mean, he was just a dick. Like, he was, it was like he made people's lives difficult on purpose. Hey, you, stop fucking moving. Or just go away. I don't care either way. We're gonna lift it. Well, we're not. We're gonna warp you. Singularity, that spot. You gonna come up? Or just die? Alright, now we'll... I guess I'll throw you. Very
That should slow them down.
Oh shit. That's right, I don't hold the fire button down even with my probably should, but seems like it'd be a good idea, but just a kick sometimes. So I go to the administrator's office, right? And he's like, hey, you know, you had an unexcused absence yesterday. I was like, I was sick. It's like, all right, well, do you have something to let me know? Like some kind of letter or whatever. And I was like what? Like something that proves you're sick. And I was like, I don't know. You know, it's like I informed my grandmother about it, let her know, and he was like, well, you're an adult, because it's 18. You don't need your grandmother to vouch for you. I was like, okay. I'm an adult. I'm vouching for myself. I was sick. He's like, that's not acceptable. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, he never said, hey, you have to have a doctor's note or anything like that. Even though there should be no reason that you shouldn't have to fucking get a doctor's note if you're sick for like half a day, especially in America where our, you know, healthcare system sucks ass. Chimes to the optical database is flashing itself. Quickly copy as many files as you can to hard internal computer. Memory wiped. Computer shuts down. The files are sure to be encrypted, but you got time to crack them. Okay, that's a weird thing that would have happened. Cool.
Rally round.
All right. Oh. And so he gives me like a day of in-school suspension because of the or no, I think he gives me a day, he gives me detention. So I don't go. Because like, fuck that noise. So the next day, I get called into his office again. He's like, why didn't you go to detention? I was like, because it was stupid. There's no point for me to go to detention. You know, basically me calling into question his, you know, ability to think didn't go over well with him. And because I'm an argumentative ass who doesn't like being treated unfairly, because in my mind it was unfair. It's like, look, I was sick. You somehow need an adult to prove this to you, but you won't take anybody's word for it. Like, he was being difficult in my mind. And so I was like, basically screw you type, you know, mentality. And good Lord, there's a bunch of stuff here. Holy shit. Now, is any of it an upgrade? Oh my god, there's even more. Alright, Avenger 9. What am I using again? Kovalyov 8. That's pretty close, but the damage still isn't good enough. Because I want damage, baby. There's another one. Well, let's do that first, but... the damage on that's just great. What's her pistol at? Well, okay. Oh, that's her shotgun. But whatever, I don't care. Pistol's what I wanted to look at. So, we can upgrade that. Okay, that was a pretty decent upgrade. Karpov. Another Karpov. So because I didn't go to detention, he gives me in-school suspension. And I'm like, no. So I don't go. And he wants to give me like, or no, I think it was like a Saturday detention first. And so because I didn't go to the Saturday detention, he gives me a week of in-school suspension. A fucking week for an unexcused absence. But because I'm apparently, you know, difficult to work with or whatever the fuck it is, like, he's losing his goddamn mind. Speaking of rounds, why are those at the top? What does it mean? Oh, because that's what she's using. Wait, what? Oh, those are named. Never mind. Hold on. Snowline. Alright. So she's at 252. What's this one? Good God. And what does her pistol damage give her? Increases damage by 19. That's barely anything. 20%. And I never used the damn thing because I keep forgetting about it. So I'll just make her use the assault rifle too, because it's fucking OP. See what I wanted to do though, because I need to do this. And then I need to do this. And then I need to do... let's start on lift. Just kind of keep going down the list. Get basic armor, max that out. Alright, cool. So he gives me that and I didn't go to the Saturday detention because it's like a 4-hour detention. Because like why I had already been in a number of those too, and like why that's even fucking allowed. It seriously chaps my ass. Like that's the kind of shit that we shouldn't be doing to kids. And so the whole thing just felt stupidly unfair, and it was like there was no way to work with him. And I mean, I'm an impetuous, impulsive, 18-year-old kid too. So like, it's not like I'm gonna try to work with him. He's not trying to de-escalate. He's not trying to make sense of things. He just wants to punish. Which is why I fucking hated his ass, because he always wanted to make, like, everybody in that school that had him as an administrator fucking hated his guts. And on top of it, he was the guy who was there during the Saturday detentions. So he would not only, hand down these punishments, but he was there making sure it was happening. And like, he was the worst. Like, you couldn't sleep. It was at like fucking 7 a.m. on a Saturday. So you weren't allowed to sleep. You weren't allowed to like read. Personal devices weren't a thing, so you couldn't like get on YouTube or anything like that if you wanted. But like, you could not make the day tolerable by any stretch of the imagination. You just basically had to sit there and twiddle your fucking fingers. Okay, I've already taken care of this guy somehow. Don't remember that happening, but whatever. So I now head southeast. A good thing these two have a direct line going basically that direction. And like, in-school suspension is worse because you always get more you always get more work. It's boring as fuck. Like, it is torture in my mind. Like, the way that I remember in-school suspension, it's a form of torture. Because there's no socializing whatsoever. You are watched like a fucking it's like prison. Like, when I was in jail, looking back on it, they're the same. Jail has violence as, a form of punishment if, you get out of line, up to leading up to death, depending on how far you go. But in-school suspension is like jail. You're stuck in one room all day. You get nothing to fucking do. You have very little social interaction. You have very little choice in what you can do. Like, I don't understand why anybody thinks it's an acceptable thing to do. The same thing goes with jail, but that's another discussion for another time. And so I'm just like, I'm fucking miserable by all accounts. So if I go west, where are we at? I don't even remember where this damn thresher was. That's north. I need to go west. That was where it looked like there was a giant space in which one could drive. That's not a bunch of things. Let me go ahead and just in case. I don't remember if this is this guy. Good. Couple of this. Doesn't seem like it. So, when he tells me I have a week of in-school suspension, nope, I'm done. I'm an 18-year-old. I'm an adult. I'm not living with my mother, so I don't have any kind of repercussions that she's going to be, passing down on me. Because she would actually beat my ass. Like, she hated me. To the point where, like, when I tell people, hey, I don't like my mother because of the way she treated me, and then they say stuff like, oh, you should always give her a chance, man. She was just doing her best. And I say, okay, how about the time that she took the belt I'm like 14, maybe 15 years old. I don't know, I got like maybe a bad grade or something. I probably mouthed off to her or something. She took the belt, and at one point while she was swinging it at me, I wasn't like bent over with her, swatting my ass like I was a 10-year-old or something. She was just swinging it at me. And when doing so, she lost control of one end of it, which was the belt buckle in my face. And then she said it was my fault that happened. There's a reason I don't talk to my mother anymore. And I'm glad she picked me out of the house. At least for that. When you're getting kicked out of the house in a lot of ways, it's still a blessing. So I'm like, well, fuck you. I don't want to do your shit anymore. I don't want to do your school. I don't want to do your rules. None of this shit. When he tells me I have a weak suspension, I'm like, no, it's not happening. So I leave, and his secretary, who's sweet and everything, she's a really nice person. I like talking to her. I like chatting with her. She asked me what was happening. She says, I'm leaving. We're good. She was like, oh, hon, are you sure you want to do that? I said, yes, 100%. And then I just kept walking, too. Like, I didn't let her stop to try to... I didn't stop to try to let her, you know, convince me or anything like that. What the hell? Come on. And so that's why I dropped out. Okay, not good, not good, not good. Don't do that. What do you think you're doing? Don't do that. But yeah, and so because I dropped out of that school, good lord, he was on my ass, and I don't know where the pendle is. But I was talking about science. So after dropping out, school. Like, all right, well, there's this duck tape. Like, all right, cool, whatever. She wanted me to drink. And so, what the fuck is it there? Lord! Every question is an earthquake. Bitch. So I go to the school, and this is the first time I ever took a programming class. Started taking, well, not technically the first time. The first time I took Logo Writer
Heading out.
using, I think it was like Apple II computers, when I was like 10 or 11. What the hell? Where's the stuff? Let me scan. Interact with. Whatever. Nothing? Is it just the thresher? Okay, so it's just another vehicle that's, you know, partially in the ground or ripped up or something. I can't tell. But I took one of the, during my time there, I'm getting the fuck out of this place. During my time there, I took basically an environmental science class. And like these classes are like semester long classes, right? But since they're self-paced, you could consume the classes however you wanted to, take tests whenever you wanted to, but you know, you had to accept the grade and all that kind of crap. This semester long class I did in a week. You know, things like water cycle, stuff like that, but like on a, you know, more high school level. Fusion was like a thing that was talked about, you know, not going into the nitty gritty of like actual nuclear physics stuff, but like, you know, how hydroelectric dams work, how, you know, different types of energy, you know, renewable sources, renewable energy sources. You know, that was a big thing that was in part of this, in this class. You know, there was like volcanology, geology elements to it, but again, like they're not like, I wasn't trying to have to identify like sedimentary rock types and stuff. You know, like high school level, relatively superficial, not super deep. Took it in a fucking week and passed it with an A. Like I think my test was like maybe a 97 or something like that. Now on the flip side, because I'm not too braggadocious and I do have humility, I took English 2 4 years in a row and I still didn't pass it. Now the grammar part never had a problem with. It was always the literature part. I never had the right answers. Ever. Like, whatever my reading comprehension was not what they wanted it to be. Like, I could read books and understand what was going on. Like, I read a ton of books when I was a kid. You know, when there was this Read to Succeed thing where, I think it was called Read to
Transmission
Succeed.
coming in, Commander. I think you're going to want to hear this one.
Greetings, Commander Shepard. I represent a party interested in obtaining information on Cerberus activities.
Who are you and who do you represent?
Who I am is inconsequential.
Yeah, that's the broker.
Suffice to say, I am an agent for the Shadow Broker.
Yep.
You see, Admiral Kahoku contacted my employer looking for information on the location of any Cerberus facilities. We provided that information on the promise that he would turn over copies of all files gathered from the Cerberus systems to us.
Did you have anything to do with Admiral Kahoku ending up dead?
We had no reason to harm him. He was going to provide us with information about Cerberus. Information that is now in your possession.
You must have some connection to Cerberus. How else could you tell Kahoku where to find them?
Information is our business, Commander. Through our contacts, we were able to determine that the Cerberus group was active in the Voyager cluster. Unfortunately, that was all we were able to find out. That is why we are so interested in acquiring copies of the files from you.
These are classified Alliance files. I'm not handing them over to you.
Be reasonable, Commander. Cerberus was operating outside Alliance jurisdiction. You don't owe them any loyalty. The Alliance is just going to file this information away in some archive, but no secret stays hidden forever. Eventually, someone somewhere will deliver it into our hands.
Feels like a cop shakedown.
Might as well be you. Transmit the files to us and you will be well compensated.
What are you going to do with this information?
Information is a commodity. It can be bought, sold, or traded. Why my employer desires this information is not my concern. I am only the buyer.
My loyalty is to the Alliance, not the Shadow Broker.
That is unfortunate, Commander. My employer will remember this the next time you need something from us.
Oh well. I knew it had something to do with broker when there was like this sort of obfuscation of things going on. Yeah, I might head back to the Citadel and land there and kind of start the next stream next time. But yeah, like I took that class like 4 times, despite my reading comprehension. I would, people like even multiple times when I was a very young child. The Read to Succeed thing, it was like read 600 minutes so that you get free tickets to Six Flags. Like I always nailed that shit out of the park. It wasn't hard for me to read, and I wasn't reading just like words were just not coming into my brain. I mean, like I read a lot of like Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew, for instance, which, I mean, I don't know the level of difficulty with those, but like I understood what was happening. I understood the mystery elements of it. I understood the detective nature of it. I read all kinds of crap on the show, and I guess it's just because I don't know what they like when I was in school, especially in anything like just, if you will, your primary schools, your K through 12. All right. Math and science were always easy because to me, math and science don't have value judgments. Like, I can't have a subjective answer for the most part. Like, there's some subjectivity to them depending on how deep you want to go. But, like, the reason science is what it is because there's empiricism involved in it. It's empirical. Like, you ask a question, you test based on that question what, you might have a desired result, but then you see if your desired result happens. If your desired result does not happen, I was going to grab you. If your desired result does not happen, you write that shit down.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere.
And it's not even necessarily
logged. The commanding officer is ashore. XO Presley has the deck.
And you're seeing if the answer you get is equivalent to what you thought the answer might be. And so you do that several thousand times a day for, several thousand years, and you have a body of work called science. Now, I didn't know these things when I was a kid.
Admiral Kahoku, a respected member of the Alliance military, has passed away. The veteran soldier who won the love of his troops during conflict with the Batarians died of natural causes. Kahoku is survived by his wife and 3 children who are planning a small private memorial service.
But the other aspect is that things pointed to each other in a logical sense. 1 + 1 = 2 made sense. 2 + 2 = 4 also made sense. But when you say 2 × 2, at first it was difficult, but then it started making sense. All right? And it wasn't that difficult. When you say 2 groups of 2, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. When you say 2 groups of 3, or 3 groups, it like, when it was broken down to me and said multiplication is just more addition, but just in a different way, it made sense. It clicked, right? Division is different. Division is like, okay, we got to do the thing that we did with multiplication, but backwards. And then like long division and all kinds of other shit, and that, that's when things get weird. And then but they didn't feel far-fetched And they felt like there was a progression. And like, once the progression was there, I had the tools to do the thing. And so like, when I was told about the water cycle, for instance, I was like, oh, cool. That's neat. That's a thing that happens. That happens every day. And so it's not something that is ephemeral, that has no pertinence for the most part. It's a thing that continues to occur. And in a sense, I can watch it happen. If you put a drop of water on your table, that drop of water is not going to stay there. It's going to evaporate. And then you're going to have water vapor in the air. And then depending on the nature of the housing, all kinds of stuff, and ventilation and all kinds of crap, it'll not necessarily equalize, but it'll equalize to where it was. One drop isn't going to change enough. But like, all of these things made sense to me. Even the simple stuff.
I'm surprised to see you on the front lines, Chief Williams. Most women I've observed in your Alliance military service.
It's becoming more common, but it took a long time to prove that ladies could handle an assault rifle or a shotgun.
I doubt anyone who saw your skill under fire could remain skeptical.
That's a solid compliment for you, Garrus. Gentlemen, take note. That is a good compliment. Oh, that's right. She has a shit ton of stuff. Let's just max out her combat armor. Assault training. Because that's stuff that I already got taken care of. Let's just max out shotguns. Shit, hold on. How many points have we got? Yeah, let's just do assault rifles. Let's get it up there. So assault rifles are just good. Even though I don't really use her. I realized you could just press the enter button. That was nice. Alright, Garrus, what do I have you set at? Oh, shit. Electronics. Damping. And then just bump assault rifles. That's tactical armor. Shield boost, equip medium. Alright, cool. Can we equip heavy? No. Alright. Is assault training? Increase of weapon damage, okay. Huh. It's got a lot of biotics too. And I maxed the shit out of that. Well, I think that's biotics. I don't remember. It doesn't really matter. I don't use them. You know what I noticed too? With my setup? With shit, who is it? Tali and Liara. Talk to Garrett. Where's Garrett at? Isn't he in the what's it office? The not security, but he's like the lead of security, right? Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry for your ears. Press the caps lock button. Hey, where's my fast travel? Bitches. It's behind me? What the hell? That is the first time I've ever walked over something like that. What the hell? Where is it? Where am I? I gotta go up. Of course I do. Which doesn't help because now I'm just gonna walk to where I was gonna go. damn it. Oh well. Probably could have done it while I was in CSEC, but I didn't think about that. Oh well. But going back to what I was talking about with Tali and Liara, I realized that they're balanced. And that's something that I always strive for whenever I'm playing video games. Like, I don't know if anybody is paying attention. Take my person entirely. Fucking hell. It's across the way? Yeah, C6 HQ is where I wanted to go. Whenever I'm playing games or doing, I mean, when I got the mutual fund, you know, it's like I always go for balance for some reason. I don't know why that is. I don't know why I do that. I forgot about that. Forgot that some, I'd only seen that one dude, I think it was on the Icy Rock, fucking, well, that's a different dude entirely. Case. Is it the actual Citadel? Like, god damn it. Give him a goddamn brain, I swear. Gareth. Return to the Citadel Tower. You know, that seems awfully vague of a description. But because it feels like all of this is a tower, really. But I guess I go to Presidium? Okay, Citadel Tower. Alright. Just seems a little non-specific, you know? Now the question is, where the fuck is he at? Is he up here? I hope so. That would be the simplest.
Huh.
Huh? What?
Not too many people have free access to the tower. Even less get permission to meet the council.
I don't even know if I can talk to the council. No? I don't even remember who this dude is, or where he's at. At least Miss Wong was, like, easy to find. She basically just made herself present. That actually reminds me of something a buddy of mine said some years ago. He's like, hey, Justin doesn't wait to talk, he just talks. One could say that's an insult, but I don't care. It's because it's true. Where are you at? Is it this guy? Gareth. Okay.
Any news? Did you find my brother yet?
I found your brother's body. His ship was attacked by privateers.
Willem's dead? I guess I should have expected this. When his ship dropped out of contact, I just knew. But I kept hoping he might still be alive.
See, again, this is like the direction I want to go later.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you for finding him. It's better to know one way or the other. That's what they say, right? Please excuse me. I need to go make arrangements for his funeral.
Alright. Okay, I'm going to end it here. Find the save there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following. Thank you for buying me a new computer and paying my rent. I really appreciate it. I know nobody's going to do that. But nevertheless, thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. Sleep well. Drink some water. Take your meds. Bye.